Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Around the Caribbean in 30 Days. My name is Lyndsay. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If this is your first time watching this series, my channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. So today's video, we're in a very different setting. If you couldn't tell, we're in a kitchen. And today I decided that you can't simply talk about the Caribbean and not talk about food. Food is probably one of the most important parts of being a West Indian. It's something that unites us, it's something that brings people together, and it's always interesting to be able to share with other West Indians our different foods and how similar they can be, but also how rich we are in our very different foods. Sunday dinner is probably the most important meal that a West Indian person can have in a week. Sunday dinner is something that almost everyone looks forward to. It brings family and friends together, and it's always good because it's always the most extravagant meal you'll have in the week. So today I figured that I, along with my mother, aunt, sister, and younger cousin, we would come here and just share with you one of the many dishes served for Sunday dinner in Jamaica. Sunday dinner, like anything else, actually has a historical background, that which I don't think a lot of people realize. Sunday dinner is something that has been a part of Caribbean culture since slavery. During slavery, slave owners would give their slaves the Sundays off. The slaves would use this time to cultivate their gardens, harvest their crops, and also go to market to sell. In addition to that, they would cook large Sunday dinners for their families and friends just so that they could fellowship, enjoy each other's company, and celebrate life. So today that tradition carries on into our modern era. So today my family will be sharing with you one of the many different Sunday dinner dishes served in Jamaica: rice and peas, Escovitch fish, steamed cabbage, plantain, and also my favorite, carrot juice. Before we get started, I just have a few disclaimers. One, throughout the Caribbean, every country has varying dishes served for Sunday dinner. Number two, as you're watching this video, the methods and the ways by which my family cooks our food, from the rice and peas to the Escovitch fish, the cabbage, the plantain, and also the carrot juice, this is just one of many different ways that people prepare their foods, and this just so happens to be my family's way. Because we will be cooking an entire Sunday dinner as opposed to just one particular thing such as rice and peas, if you'd like to just see how to make particular foods, there will be a time card down below so that you know exactly where to fast forward in the video to go and watch the food that you want to learn how to cook. Last but not least, the full list of ingredients that we use for every single dish will be listed down below in the description box. So if you don't catch it in the video, it will be down below. The description box will be your best friend for this video because everything is literally down there. So without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video to come. I hope that you enjoyed this Caribbean American Heritage Month series.
So you're washing the peas to make sure it's very clean. So this is the second wash. We're going to do one more wash. Okay, now you're going to get some more water in and you're going to soak the peas for a little bit.
Three hours later.
We use a natural coconut in Jamaica. You grate it, squeeze the juice, and put the milk to cook with the coconut. But you also have the pre-coconut frozen in the package. You can also use that. It's the same thing to boil with the peas, because you want the coconut milk to cook out. putting the coconut cream in to cook with the peas right now. These are, you can get this at the Caribbean store or Arabic store, African store, anything that sells Caribbean food. So you don't have to use the real coconut now. It's very easy now, and it's the same. It gives you the same flavor, the same taste, and your rice and peas, but nothing like the real coconut though. Wait until you know, the peas almost finished cooked, and then put your seasoning in it, or you can also just put a little bit in to I like to put some in while the peas is being cooked. Put a little seasoning. So I'm putting some garlic. You can use real garlic, or you can use powder garlic. I don't measure. I would say probably a tablespoon or something like garlic. And put a little Lawry seasoning salt in also, instead of using salt, because Lawry seasoning salt is salty. You can also use that. I would say also a tablespoon of it. Somebody probably say, oh no, that don't look like a tablespoon. Yep, so you just let that cook. Oh, you're just leaving that cover off a little bit, because with the coconut milk, it will boil over and make a mess, and you don't want that on your stove. And just checking it, stirring it up a little bit. If you see the peas, you can see it's not cooked. You know, you're gonna do that little piece of it. And you feel it, it's still hard, so you know it's not cooked yet. So I'm pouring this in the peas. You see it still keep it boiling, so it doesn't affect the process of it being cooked. Put the scallion in. Okay, let me have the thyme. And now let me put the pepper in. And this is the thyme I'm putting in. I'm basically seasoning it up now so I can put the rice in to cook. So basically, you're just gonna to check to see if the peas is cooked. Of course, your hands have to be clean, and you just squeeze. And you're still soft. It is, to make sure when you put the rice in. So now you're seasoning your you know, the water and everything for it to for the rice to cook. Now to put the rice in. So the peas need to cook just a little, I would say just a little bit more. Some of it is pretty soft, and some, even though it's from the same pack, sometimes you can get peas where you have some of it softer than some. So you see how pretty soft that one is. And then some of them still like a little, you know, but it's pretty soft though for the rice to go in. So I put some scallion in, I put some thyme in, and I put a little tip of butter in here, a tablespoon of butter. And I did put some Scotch bonnet, a piece of Scotch bonnet pepper in also. So now I'm gonna wash the rice, and then I'm gonna put the rice in. Let this boil for a little bit. 4 cups or 5 cups of rice. Depends on how many people you're trying to feed. Right? For me, I'm heavy-handed. I always cook enough, so in case if someone stopped by, food is there. But just me, I always want to give something to somebody else. We do not cook our rice, just put it in a pot like that. We do wash it several times. One of the things for that too, you take a lot of the starch off of it. You know, since we're getting more health conscious now. So, yeah, but before we used to think about health conscious, it's just about being clean. We always wash our rice before we cook. Wash it about 3 times. You wash the rice about 3 times. So now we put the rice into the pot. And this is how you're gonna get your rice and peas.
1 hour later.
We're making Escovitch fish, and we're using red snapper. And this is a red snapper. It's been washed and cleaned, and we're going to have Lyndsay season it with salt and pepper. So you're just going to use a pinch on each side.
Because these fish are pretty big, you need to use at least 1 cup of olive oil.
Step back because you never know. Let it fry for 5 minutes on each side. And just cover it, just to get prevent the oil from splashing all over. That's after 5 minutes on each side. We're going to make the garnish for the fish. So we're going to use about a cup of water. I'm going to pour it in and let it boil. And we may want to turn it up a bit to get the water boiling to high, and then we turn it back down. But we're going to use the good stuff from the fish after, because this is the good stuff. And we're going to use the oil that's left over, and we're going to just pour it in there. You can really use the frying pan to do this, to saute the vegetables and make the garnish, but I'm going to use this frying pan for something else. That's why I'm just going to use this pot right now. And I'm going to season it with some seasoning salt. We're going to use some garlic. And of course we're going to have to use our pimento, which is also called allspice. And I'm going to put the carrots in so that it can get a bit tender. I'm gonna add the vegetables, onions and the peppers. We're gonna put our thyme in as well. And I'm gonna pour some vinegar in, some white vinegar. Some people like to use a cup, but I just use a 1/4 cup of vinegar. It's all up to your taste.
Plantain, and you just put a little lime in it just to make it easier for you to peel it. Just put on the lime. Just peel it. See how easy it comes off, like that. We're gonna slice. And then you're gonna just slice them this time to fry. Doing the process of making the carrot juice. And like I say, you don't have to do this, just as long as you wash the carrot pretty good. It's good enough. Dice the carrots, because you're going to put it in the juicer. You don't have to have it really small. So you just cut them, like chunk size. Then you're going to put it in the juicer, and then you're just going to juice it. Back in my day, we had to use a grater and grater it. Literally sit there with your hand and grater every single carrot till they go all the way to the bone. So that take a lot of skill. You get a lot of cuts on your hand from I'm just dicing it just like how you juice in a juicer. That's it. We can make different carrot juice. You can have like I said, carrot juice with the milk, where you sweeten with the condensed milk, sweetened milk, or either brand milk. Or you can also have it where you can have ginger and fresh lemon juice and sweeten it with sugar. The carrot juice with the milk does not last as long as the one without, because the milk after a while, you know, spoil easily, even though you have it in the refrigerator. But if you do the one with the ginger and just the sugar and the lemon juice, that lasts for a while. It's probably a couple of weeks, I would say, but you can drink it up before then anyway. Carrots now into the blender. I would say that's enough. So now you're gonna get some cold water and add to it. And we already have filter on this water, so that's why we're using the water. If not, you can use bottled water or purified water. The filter is already on this water here. So you're gonna add. So you're gonna add enough water where it at least cover the carrots. But the purpose of it is for you to get some juice. And then put your cover on. Now you're gonna knock. We're getting ready now to take this off. You don't want it too soft because you gotta squeeze to get the juice out. You can also use a juicer, which you can just, the juice will go in one thing, the trash will go in one thing, but this is the old-fashioned way, but you have many ways now you can do it. So you're gonna pour, use a strainer, you're gonna pour it in. Okay. So now you're gonna squeeze, get the juice out of it. And this is the trash from the carrot. Okay. And then throw the trash out. I don't know what I use carrot. If you make carrot cake, you probably would use that.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Walk good, my friends.